Group stage has finished in World Cup 2026, and after Canada played against South Africa and won in the first match in the knockout stage of round 32. If I just say something overall about the knockout stages, I could mention that Portugal has a trouble. They are in a trouble because before I have predicted and I saw that they're gonna play against Argentina in 1/8 of the knockout stage. However, they are right now in the another basket. So they have to play against Croatia. If they win Croatia, they're gonna face Spain. After Spain, maybe USA, maybe Belgium, and after that, they can be France, Netherlands, or Germany. I mean, it's so difficult. I mean, they have their job very, very difficult to qualify to the next rounds, to go far. I mean, this becomes so tricky now because if they would qualify from the first position, if they would win Colombia and qualify from the first position, it would be much more easier to go at least and 1/8 and play against Argentina. And after Argentina, it could be Brazil. But right now, it's very, very difficult because their matches where they play against the strong teams are more than the another possibility that could happen. And before that, I have said that Netherlands gonna qualify till the finals, but this can be difficult for Netherlands also because Portugal they're gonna face Portugal in semifinals if both of them would go till semifinals, and one of them would be knocked out, and the final of Netherlands and against Portugal out. So it will not happen. My what I have predicted became wrong because of the one match where Portugal couldn't win Colombia and play nil-nil. Also, people said that Colombia was robbed because they have scored in the last minutes a goal. They needed to win, and there was like VR said that it was offside, but it was not an offside. So a lot of talks about that game, but I have to mention that it's so very it's very bad performance from Portugal national team in all sense. They are not good enough. They don't have right balance. They have the best midfielders in the world, but these best midfielders in the world cannot play in the with the right performance. Their spirit is not good enough. I mean, in the old sense, I don't like their way of playing, their performance. They just won Uzbekistan. They played a draw against Congo and they played a draw against Colombia. It means that they couldn't win the two national teams. And if we analyze Argentina, for example, they have won 3 out of the 3 games and they look much more stronger. Argentina looks much more better than in the previous World Cup when they won in 2022. So I'm very sorry for Ronaldo because it's about his teammates. It's not about him. Press and pundits are just criticizing Ronaldo and saying that he's not good enough. He's 41. He has to sit on the bench and blah blah blah. But the real issue is not Cristiano Ronaldo. The real issue for Portugal national team is the teammates of Cristiano Ronaldo, and it's the coach. Coach cannot find the right balance, and the players cannot support Cristiano. This is a big problem. They are not playing like a team. It's not a team. It's some kind of characters who do whatever they think that can help. And I'm not happy about Bruno Fernandes, who is complaining inside of the field, who cannot control emotions. You know, it's it's a not quite good thing to observe, honestly saying, about Bruno Fernandes, because when you are a player like Bruno, when you are a number 10, I mean, when you are the best player in the Premier League, you have to show more. You have to show the attitude, character. You have to be cold brain, with a cold brain, and you have to perform with a cold brain. I mean, so we couldn't observe that. It was not about that. The performance was quite bad. I didn't like that overall, and I thought that this time Portugal gonna go far, at least till semifinals, for example, at least till finals. And I saw that they have a very very good chance to win this World Cup. But unfortunately for Cristiano Ronaldo, his teammates are shit. His teammates are shit. Like, not only his teammates but the coach also. I don't know who brought Roberto Martinez in this national team and for what reason, but he doesn't suit. The problem is Roberto Martinez is a person who plays like a number two, who struggles to play positional attacking football, because he was coaching Everton. He was playing with Everton counter-attacking transitional football. The same thing he's doing with Portugal national team, and it's about transitions, you know. But when the opponent is not risking too much, you don't have a space. When you don't have a space and you have a Ronaldo who cannot run fast as he have done previous in his previous times in his career, it's a quite tricky thing to play in that kind of way. You have to have some kind of coach like Scaloni or with Argentina national team. That kind of coach who has some kind of you know good tactics and who is young, but I'm not sure about that, and I'm sorry for Cristiano. He's one of the best players in the history of football. However, most of the pundits and journalists and fans gonna again criticize him for not winning the World Cup. But so it seems like he will not do it, because from these three matches that I have watched, I could mention that they were not good enough in any position. And you know what? Of course, Martinez can change something. Maybe they're gonna they're gonna play better in the next games. Maybe he will find his best possible squad because, for example, Felix is not good enough. Felix, like, I don't know how Felix has started the game. He has to be on the bench. And on the left side there should be Liao. On the right side there should be Trincao, for example. Trincao is a person who can kick the ball and score some goals by that. Neto is not visible on the pitch. He's just moving from some place and having some distances, but it doesn't help. It's like a nonsense type of play, which like without XG, let's say. He's not creating the chances. He's not shooting the ball. I mean, Bruno is trying to do something, but he cannot. Vitinha is running, but he cannot find his right role, let's say, in this team. Because, for example, when they played with PSG, like in a PSG, they had Ruiz, Fabian Ruiz, who destroys the attack of the opponent. And Vitinha and Joao Neves were like more like players who control the ball and create some chances. But in this Portugal national team, they have to do both. They have to attack and they have to destroy the attack of the opponents, which is not quite, let's say, suits to Vitinha. He cannot, like, this national team cannot find the right balance anyway. And maybe they need to change the tactical scheme. For example, they have to play with 3-3-5-2 with Ronaldo and Gonçalo Ramos, with Bruno a little bit behind, and Vitinha and Neves, for example. It can be also something which can help. However, I have to say that 4-4-2 with a diamond can be also something which can help. With four midfielders, Bruno, João Neves, Ruben Neves, and Vitinha. In attack, there will be um, Gonçalo Ramos and Ronaldo. So there is some freedom to change the tactics, to develop, to be better. Maybe it gonna help. Maybe they gonna perform better in the next matches. But we have to see, yeah, But like overall, the performance is like not good enough. Not good enough, and not giving some kind of hope, let's say. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Bye bye.